I was the only guy in art school who failed drawing. I barely wanted to go to art school. So here I am 30 plus years after art school, and I remember just how delicate it was, and I remember how strenuous getting into colleges for other people. I was the only guy in art school who failed drawing. Literally, I failed drawing. I'll have to tell you that story. It was part about not being able to draw and part about fighting with a teacher, par for the course. I barely wanted to go to art school. There should be like a pre-college at a college. The pre-college is, you're not worried about the degree. It's, do you fit in? Is this the right place? And it should be a lot wider of who they accept, because I think there's some unicorns that could drift through that don't get into a particular school of a particular caliber because people predict the output of what they're going to be. You know, even coming into the United States, there's a lottery. You just apply, you get in. I feel like there should be some lotteries. It doesn't mean it's free. Whether you can stay, whether you can cut it, whether you can make it, that's not up to the lottery to decide.
What would you say to those who most of the times feel that they don't fit in?
Well, art school attracts people with emotional dysfunction. I say to those unicorns, try some things that are comfortable to you and try some things uncomfortable to you. Maybe a little bit of each at the same time. When you have to fight for something to get in, I don't know that it's always the right thing. I heard this one artist philosophy on life. I wish I could remember the words. He basically said, if you're in the flow, it's like sailing versus rowing. And I thought, well, sailing takes skill. Rowing is just like, frickin' move the oar, frickin' move the oar, frickin' move the oar. Define the unicorn.
A group of people, most of the times they are different, they look different, they think different.
I get it. I think there's a lot of kids who play the role, play the part in art school, that it's finally a tribe that makes sense to them, that in high school or wherever they were before, they were the outlier, and now all of a sudden there's a clan for them. I think that can bring peace to their psyche for a little bit. The downside in my mind is there's a culture in art school that can get swept up in sort of messy painter's pants thing, and there's the idea of what an art student should look like and to be like and to the attitude and stuff like that. And maybe that happens in a lot of other schools in the form of sports or in the form of whatever else. But the art world is very easy to get off track, especially in a school like the Art Institute, because it's the Art Institute. It's not a school with an art department. The school didn't have a campus. We had all of downtown, and that was for some great, and others it was very destabilizing. I would say if you go to art school and have communication issues to begin with, I don't know they're going to get better. I don't know that art school heals a certain sort of mental madness, if you will, a certain not fitting in. I think it will be a very expensive therapy, and I hope that a person like recognize themselves and say, you know, I'm at art school to be better at art, not because I feel safe here. And a lot of people go because they feel safe and then stay because, oh crap, 4 years just went by. Now I got to get a master's degree so I can teach, because what am I going to do? And some people are built for teaching, and the comment I said with a little sour note there is not for those people. There are other people who go into teaching because they got to do something. And there's others who are going to change people's lives because of the quality of the way they can teach and how they know themselves and how they'll nurture. Other people are not nurturing. I mean, we had some teachers that were just sleeping with the students, right? You see that in some places more than we want to know. Or people get tenured. Oh, who invented that? That is like too many years in Congress. I'm like, get out. What is the point? I mean, get me going on this. The moral, just don't know, because in art school, you need to have something to speak about or to express. And if you just came out of art school, what kind of art are you going to make? You're going to make political art because it's reactionary, it's in the news, it's just that